It is another very beautiful day, and welcome to another edition of Insightful Moments. My name is Jare Tiamiyu. The last episode we had Senior Special Assistant to Governor Adeleke on Bureau of Social Services, Chief Akintunde Faleye. He said some things, and today we'll be having the Immediate Past Director of OSICO in Osun Investment Promotion Agency. I have Dr. Tunde Faleye. Dr. Faleye, it's nice having you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, viewers at home.
Dr. Faleye is one of the persons in the AMBO movement and a member of the All Progressives Congress. Let me start from here. The AMBO movement, how has been the struggle so far?
I am very happy that you said AMBO movement. A lot of people used to ascribe AMBO to a name, which is, if you want to be sincere, AMBO is now more than a name.
Okay.
The Asiwaju Monirudin Bola Oyebanji happens to be the symbol of that AMBO movement. Yeah, it's a movement, a mandate, a mission to rescue Osun from the hands of the current administration that happens to have completely lost it, especially when it comes to area of governance, finance, and the welfare of the people of Osun. I would want to believe that almost an average rightful thinking Osun people will know that we are already in a dire situation. A situation where we now replace the weighty and responsibility of government with frivolities and distractions in all this theatric, performative way of governing the people of Osun State.
Let me ask you this. Some people are of the opinion that in 2022, AMBO was still Commissioner for Finance, and his principal then was voted out by the people of the state. Now bringing somebody who served a tutelage under somebody that was, according to some people, that was rejected by the masses of the state. Do you think he stand any chance of, even if peradventure he gets the ticket of the APC, of defeating Governor Adeleke?
You see, if you want to, I wouldn't want to know the yardstick through which you want to measure it. If you're talking of AMBO compared to Governor Adeleke, they are in continents apart.
Okay.
Continents apart. We all know that everything about Governor Adeleke is shrewd. His educational qualification, because it's rare for you to just travel for 2 weeks and come back with PhD. I happen to be a PhD that will know what it takes for you to go through the rigors of getting that kind of certificate. But here is someone that just traveled within, he did WAEC about 2-3 months. There was this controversial that the WAEC was done for him by some people, but we didn't want to go to that area today. Only for him to travel to US and come back with 2 or 3 certificates. The MSc and the PhD that he claimed to, the doctorate that he claimed to have gotten, was just 2 weeks away.
Have you approached that institution and they say that those certificates are...
Where is the reasonable institution in the world that will award a PhD, doctorate degree to a school cert holder?
But he said that he started it earlier before he came down to Osun. That's what he has said. And so you need to approach the institution.
You see, when you are talking of institutions, especially in the United States and outside the country, I wouldn't want to dabble into that. But what I want you to know is that it's not possible, except it's an honorary now. And he never claimed it to be an honorary. It's not possible for any standard accredited institution anywhere in the world to award a doctorate degree to an individual within 2 weeks. An individual that happens to not somebody that you could say is an erudite that has the record of say what you can use, what you can exchange as a kind of conversion, experience or debt. If you look through the profile of the current governor, you will know that definitely Osun is in the wrong direction. That's just the bottom line.
So now I asked, how do you think your movement, I mean the symbol of your movement as it said, stand any chance of defeating Governor Adeleke?
You see, by now, an average of Osun people are fed up with a situation where governance, real governance is being replaced with showmanship and theatrical performance now. You will agree with me that the recent attestation to this will be the recent INEC voter registration exercise. For the first time in the history of Nigeria, the first week of declaring this exercise open, Osun happens to be the leading state in the whole of Nigeria. Kano State, Lagos State, Jigawa, all those heavy voters states were trailing Osun State. This is to let you know that people are fed up and they are determined. They already realize the only way through which they can express themselves is to get registered. You cannot stop stupidity, but you can vote stupidity out. And I want to believe the people of Osun State have seen that under Governor Adeleke, Osun and governance has been turned to a source of wastages and corruption center. Because
okay, when you say, okay, let me allow you to land on that point.
Because if you try to see, just suppose what happens to be the accrued revenue to what we can see to be the work done so far in the state of Osun, you will know there is nothing to justify the situation we are in the state of Osun. Thank God we have a very fantastic man, a very effective revenue generator at the center, in person of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has more than triple the allocations that goes to states. And as we speak, in the last 33 months of Adeleke governance in Osun State, Osun has received over 1 trillion naira. When you look at what accrued to them from the state allocation and the local government allocation, Osun has received over 1 trillion naira. You and I are people from Osun State. You and I, at least we move from places to places. Can you point me to any direction, any project that you could say this justify this huge amount of money? The only thing we keep seeing is a governor that is now spending close to 1.7 billion to eat within 6 months. The governor that is now jocketing and traveling all over the world with 3.1 billion within 6 months. Meanwhile, all those vital areas of governance, all those areas like education, primary health care, like agriculture, like security, all of them are suffering because here we have a governor that is so concerned about his kitchen than the schools under his administration. He's so concerned about what he's going to drink as wine than the health of the populace. He's so concerned about how to travel out of Nigeria to go and plan his nephew's marriage than us having impactful move under agriculture. So Osun cannot continue like this. We know we have entered one chance, but I think come 2026, enough will be enough.
Sir, when you were saying that there are no reasonable projects around there, some people will quickly point to you that look at Okefia. We have a flyover there. Lameko is almost done. There is a flyover in Ife now. And then recently the government said it has constructed over 35 or maybe 38 roads within Osogbo, the state capital alone. A lot of other, towns and even communities are having infrastructural uplift. And you are saying that there is nothing like that.
You see, from my background, there is what we call value for money.
Okay.
You understand? Value for money simply means if I'm saying I am spending 1 naira, you understand? What value am I getting in returns for that 1 naira I am spending? Adeleke government approved an infra project budget. He said it's going to be in phases. The first phase, they approved 100 billion. And under this 100 billion, they say they are going to construct 5 flyovers, overhead bridge. They say 2 will be in Osogbo, 1 will be in Owodede, 1 will be in Ife, 1 will be in Ikirun. As we speak now, the one in Ikirun and the Owodede, nothing has been done. The 100 billion that was budgeted for this project is already gone. And you and I, you see, when you're looking into projects being done, you and I, we are people of Osun State that apply and see all these projects. Go to Okefia, go to Lameko Junction, go and see the quality of work being done there. These are projects we all know that are just being used as a conduit pipe to drain Osun of its resources. When you say you have a project, you are constructing an average road at the rate of 2,750 million per kilometer. You can't tell me. I happen to be a chartered accountant. There's no way you can tell me you've gotten value for such kind of money, such kind of investment. They gave us 66 kilometers of road, dual carriageway in Ilesha. This is a place where we already have a road. We are not clearing any bush. There is no river, there is no mountain, there is nothing to show that this project could be that heavy. 6 kilometers of road at 16.5 billion naira. If you try to cut that into kilometers, we are looking at 2,750 million per kilometers. In a place where we already have road. We know how much they are constructing road in Ekiti. We know how much they are an average amount of construction of roads with the federal government in Anambra, in Lagos, and other places like that. But when you now juxtapose what they are spending there with what we are spending in Osun, on the average, when you see a state that is prudent, when you want to construct a road that is almost a virgin, we are talking about 500 million per kilometer. But when you come to Osun, almost every road being constructed by this administration in Osun is on the average of between 2.6 billion to 2.8 billion per kilometer. What are we talking about?
You mean the dualization, or you are talking about all the roads? You mean those that are dualized? You mean the roads that are dualized?
If you're saying the road that are dualized is measured by kilometers.
No, I understand. You know, you cannot compare that with a one-way road and dual carriage.
You see, when you are measuring the construction cost of a road, you measure it by kilometers.
Yes, and then you cannot compare the dual carriage and a single way.
That is it. You can't do that. Then when you want to construct a road, the first consideration is, are you constructing a road? For instance, now imagine the kind of this super highway that has been done. You are constructing a road where there are no roads before. But when you are expanding roads, you understand, in the process you want to now dualize it, you are expanding road. It's not that you are going to a virgin land to construct road. There is no way you can tell me that one is justified to construct a kilometers of road at the rate of 2.750 billion. That is by that side. The first phase that we say they want to construct Lameko overhead bridge is being constructed at the rate of 14 billion naira. Go there, go and see for yourself. We are not.
It's bigger than the Olaya flyover.
Olaya flyover is as a result of the space, and it was constructed at the rate of 2.7 billion.
But you know, as at that time, cement was still offering around 4,500 to 5,000 naira. Compared to why we have 10,000 naira now.
Will you now justify that with constructing?
You know, we also have to consider the inflation.
Inflation rate hasn't gone to that level.
Construction materials.
Construction material inflation rate, you factor in all those ones now. As at that time,
minimum wage that time for an engineer. The
minimum wage that time was about 35,000
for an engineer.
Now a minimum wage is 70,000.
So you have to consider all those factors.
I'm not saying I will not consider. I do not expect them to say they construct it with 2.7 billion. You understand? But you cannot tell me a size of that overhead bridge is being constructed at 14 billion. That margin, that difference is much. Unless we want to deceive ourselves. You cannot tell me, if you're now saying because of the consumption, the cost of living, the inflation rate, everything is not only affecting us in the state of Osun. It's affecting them in Lagos, it's affecting them in Ekiti. It's affecting them in Anambra. It's affecting them in Akwa Ibom. Everywhere in Nigeria now. By the time your contemporaries are constructing a kilometer of road in the neighborhood of 500, 600 million per kilometer, and your own just fly to 2.7, the difference is much. There's no way you could justify such.
Dr. Faleye, I would like to go on a very short way. But when we are back, we go back to where we started.
Okay.
There are some questions I would like to ask, and those are the issues around your party, the All Progressives Congress.
I was thinking you would let me finish this road construction before we go on.
Okay, do you have more points? Do you have more points?
No. I was trying to analyze you.
Go ahead.
That he said he's going to do this.
Okay, 100 billion deal. Yes.
For the first phase.
Yes.
The second phase now that he just approved is about 159 billion.
Okay.
Under that 159 billion, he listed some projects to be done. By the time you carry your calculator and even added up everything that was listed under the second phase, 48 billion is already mixing.
I know the government came out to clarify that those were for internal roads. I mean, the roads within.
Are they not supposed to be listed?
You know, maybe they don't want to be listing 0.5 kilometer, 0.8 kilometer, 1 kilometer roads. Maybe
you can join them together and save the intracity kilometers of road this much. You see, coming here to tell you that is an afterthought.
It is not me. There was a statement like 3 days later.
For any officer now coming to tell you that, it's an afterthought. Number one. Number two, you see, I do not blame them because you cannot give what you do not have. When you look at the intellectual depth of the set of people that are leading us in Osun State, tapped from the governor, who happens to be more or less a DJ. Look at our SSG, who happens to be a printer. Look at the chief of staff, who happens to be an AFA.
But these people are master degree holders. The SSD, the chief of staff, most of them they have certificates.
Let me tell you this, sir. Yes, categorically.
Yes, sir.
Certificate does not translate to experience.
But these are former chairmen of local government. Yes, these are former chairmen.
You see, the mistake we used to make in this part of the world is that when people submit themselves, say they want to lead us, we do not review, we do not question their competence.
Okay.
This is a governor that wasn't doing anything. He wasn't doing anything other than going to clubs, dancing houses to enjoy himself until the opportunity. I used to tell people that what Yoruba used to say, is the type of governor we have. The man that planned to be governor of Osun State, that is capable, that has that focus, that has the vision, that had that plan for it was Adeleke Senior. May his soul rest in perfect peace. He has the experience, he has done it before, he was planning. But when what happened. I think out of, I wouldn't want to believe his desperation, out of making Osun an extension of Adeleke's investment, they think how easy we can have somebody to fill in that position. And the kind of shoe they give to the current governor Adeleke is far wiser than what he can cope with. You will agree with me that if you believe in somebody's capacity, Adeleke Senior has change of company, businesses. Why not release one to him to manage? Because you know it's going to be disaster. You can never give what you do not have.
But the governor said he was an executive director at Guinness. You know, these are some of the things that the governor has said.
Executive director at where?
Is it Guinness? And then he has a perfume company. He has a perfume company.
Executive director.
He said he's an executive director as one of the international companies.
Guinness.
Maybe it's not Guinness, but it's one of the companies that he mentioned there. Then he has a perfume company that he has been running for years. So you cannot say.
What's the name of the perfume company? Didn't you ask? You people supposed to probe anything. You see, you shouldn't take hook, sink, and line anything anybody tells you. What's the name of the perfume company? What's their brand? Which product are they pushing into the market? If you talk of any perfume now, Prada now, people will see Prada, will know their offices, will know what they are doing. I cannot just come and tell you I am the managing director of decampees where I used to make wine. Tell me what is my brand? Where is the one I'm making? Where is the market I'm patronizing? All this is supposed to be what you see. Follow-up question, except you people, you understand that just trying to condone what we are going through in the state of Osun. Yesterday I was at an interview, a program, where I said all we could see in the state of Osun, the only development, the only town that we could say is developing is Ede. It's not because I have anything against the people of Ede.
Please, we will still have to go on a short break. But when we are back, I will start from that Ede, because the senior special assistant to the governor that was here made us realize that all this road that you are talking about did not start and end in Ede. Most of them are, started from Ede and ended in some adjoining communities. But we'll discuss all those ones.
Everything started from Ede.
We'll discuss all those ones when we come from this very short break. Please stay tuned, brother. Okay. Yeah, welcome back from that very short break, and I have been having discussion with Dr. Tunde Faleye, the former managing director of Osun State Investment Company Limited, OSICO. Dr. Faleye, it's nice having you.
Thank you very much.
Before we go back to the political aspect of it, when we had Chief Bello Sheriff here, let us realize, okay, when we talk about the realization that is coming down to Ofatedo, Ofatedo is a community on its own. That road also passes through Idu-Osun. Idu-Osun is another ancient community. So the road is not only, for Ede people, it is going to be for, different communities.
But not start from Ede.
It starts
every project.
It will start somewhere.
Wait, every project must start from Ede.
I will not be asking.
Idu-Osun, you see, I wouldn't want people to start lying or layering things for us in the state of Osun. We are not stupid.
Okay.
The Idu-Osun, the Okegada Idu-Osun road, it's not because of the love for the people of Idu-Osun.
Okay.
It's because of the private Adeleke high school that happens to be there. When you are now talking that other communities are going to benefit, must everything be concentrated on?
But the flyover at Olaya at Okefia is not starting and ending in Ede now.
You see, when you are talking of development and the sharing of projects, it is not possible for you to say you are a state governor and you will ignore the state capital.
Okay.
We all saw what happened during the time of Boyega. That's why the paucity of funds there. The impact was felt far more than what we are witnessing now. You do get what I'm saying? You see, when you are talking of taking out the state capital, which is a must for development, but what type of development, at what cost, what value are we getting for the such development? For instance, now let me give you one. Immediately this government came to office, they said they are renovating an already renovated governor's office with 2 billion naira. 2 billion naira was wasted on renovating. But
we also saw the picture of the deputy governor's quarters after the exit of former governor Itola.
What happened to it?
We also saw the picture that it was looted. We also saw the video. So don't you think that kind of place deserves renovation?
You see, there was this report that was going on then. And when Itola was going, he left with spoon in the kitchen, he left with pot, he left. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You see, there are points where you get to, you forget about playing politics, you now start giving people leadership. But this government has failed to do that. It believes politics is everything. You understand? The deputy governor is going, when you say they loot something, they did not. Oh, did they scratch away the paint? They did not demolish the building. And people that left the place intact. They sign every document out only for your people to come, looted the place, and you now start playing politics with it. Is it the caliber of Oyetola? I cannot leave an office, leave a residential building. The man, my successor cannot come and tell me I left my official residential building going with an ordinary pen. I can't. Somebody of my level cannot do that one. You now expect a contented financial guru like Boyega Oyetola to be going and be going with the spoon. How much are they selling the spoon? Ọlọ́run má mú wa now. You see, there should be a point where you allow politics, especially when we pay politics to get to office. But the moment you get to the office, start giving people leadership. Forget about politics. Okay. When politics is supposed to stop is the moment you are now becoming the leader of the state, you are now for everybody. You are no more for PDP, you are no more for the people of Ede. You are for everybody. everything should not center stand. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ nìkan kọ́nà tí ń kádì ìyálẹ̀. Ask the people of Osun State, is there any other place? The 159 billion they say project second phase, they claim to be project. I claim it to be the phase, another phase of wastages, corruption, and siphoning of Osun people's funds. But currently, as we speak now, there is nowhere in the whole of Osun State where project is meaningfully going on. The one that is going on in Ilesha, the Dodua Carriage Bridge, that is being given to us as a killing value, is almost abandoned. We are already praying. Everybody is now engaging himself to pray.
But the governor was there some days ago.
Doing what?
Inspecting the ongoing project.
What was his verdict? What was his verdict? He should, at least when you
he said I think he's satisfied with
why will he not satisfied? Because
so,
he even didn't know what's supposed to be. He will be out to look for. You cannot give what you do not have. You cannot give what you do not have.
Let me now ask.
You see, one thing is for you to inspect a project, inspect an assignment, and be able to know what you are even looking for. I happen to be an inspector. I happen to be an auditor. Before you even get to the field, you already know I am going to check this financial record. This is the area I want to look to. This is what I'm checking. But who is not going to give you that? I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry.
Okay, let me now ask you. And the question I asked,
politics is supposed to stop the moment you are in office.
But the question I asked the other time,
if you keep playing politics with everything, you will not be able to get to a point where you need to say the truth the way it is. Just because this project is being handled by my party man. Just because I use this project as a compensation for somebody that helped me to get to the office. You understand? When you get to a point of leadership, you should be able to to call a spade in that kind of a situation. You are now representing the future of this country, of this state. You are now representing the tomorrow of Osun State. A governor should not be that comfortable to eat with 1.6 billion when more than 32% of your youth are underemployed.
Because of our time and the other areas we have to cover. Let me ask you this question. And the question is that some people within your party now, the All Progressives Congress, when you look at the popular candidates, do you think AMBO is that popular to get the ticket of that party, of the APC?
We have 12 well qualified, deeply experienced aspirants in All Progressive Congress today, vying for the ticket of the party. Any of them that the party chooses to give the ticket to is well qualified, far. It's going to be far better than what we are currently experiencing.
Okay, so you were talking about the governance, the candidate of your party. I was asking that how sure are you that Asiwaju Muniru Bolo-Ibanji will win that ticket of the APC? Because some people believe that mere looking at the people that we have, the 12 persons that you said are contesting for the candidate for the ticket of the APC. You talk about somebody like former Senator Iyola Misori, the former deputy governor, a senator 2 times, former deputy governor, the deputy governor to immediate past governor here, Mr. Benedict Alabi, is also in the race. A former senator from Osun West, Senator Muda Ashiru Hussein, is also in the race. The national secretary of the party is also in the race. So we talk about the highest position that Asiwaju Bolo-Ibanji has held is commissioner. And maybe the position that is holding now, the DG of the MD of NEWA. Some people believe that we have more people with grassroots experience in politics, in Osun politics than him. How sure are you that you can win that ticket of the APC?
As I said, we have 12 well-qualified, deeply rooted candidates with experience that are far better than what we presently have in the state of Osun. But as that baby, a name still dominates the conversation. That is AMBO. Asiwaju Bola Oyebanji. You see, as of today, if we are to go into the primary election within our party, I'm very optimistic that if Asiwaju Oyebanji had anything less than 75% of the total votes among all the 12, honestly, I will call for the review.
If he has less than, are you talking about if you go for direct primaries today?
Go for any type of primary.
Or delegate primary.
We're prepared for everything. Delegate,
direct.
Option A for direct. Don't try direct. If you try direct, that will be about 90 to 80% of what.
So you are telling me that other people, 11 others will share 10%.
AMBO is a unifying force within APC today.
Okay.
He is the political hurricane, the man of the moment, the man with the Midas touch.
Oh, is it true that he has been endorsed by former Governor Itola?
Itola endorsed all of them. All of them are.
Because they say that it is AMBO people that are dropping Itola's name wherever they go.
You see, we politicians use strategies anyhow.
Okay.
You understand?
So you are intentionally dropping his name.
For instance, now there was a time they were carrying rumor everywhere. Now AMBO was selected all his.
Yes, I'm coming to that.
All those are just political rumor, and we politicians we do understand ourselves. Somebody that has not gotten the party ticket, they say he has given.
Yes, we have been told that you have a name penciled down as the deputy governorship candidate. You have the name of somebody as the SSD. You have somebody that has been promised the chief of staff. You see, even the key commissioners have been shared among your group.
In APC, APC is a structured party. We are a party with procedure.
Okay.
You understand? We have guidelines. We have leaders, respected leaders that we listen to. It's not possible for 12 aspirants to come out, only for one aspirant to take everything within the party. You see, as I told you.
But what about the juicy things?
I'm coming. The juicy things, when you say you can't take everything.
You know, when you just give commissioner for political affairs to groups.
You see, today, by the special grace of God, AMBO is going to be the candidate of the party, and every other position is going. You see, there are structure, there are layers of authority within the party. We have the Bimagba, we have the ESCOs. You understand? We have authorities that we listen to. Unlike other parties, there are a lot of structured, organized, structured within the party that it doesn't exist anywhere. Take for instance PDP. You become the candidate if you can outcut somebody with cutlass and ace, or you can outshoot somebody. You can outspend somebody. But in our party, it's not like that. It's a structured party that takes the interests of the people, both the party, people within the party and outside the party, into consideration in doing everything. So, as I said, as of today, AMBO happens to be the unifying force within APC. Is to us within APC is the unified force. To an average Osun people, that is the beacon of hope. That is the message. That is the man that can rescue us from the present Jankara government that we are practicing.
Let's stay with your party.
Within our party now, when you look at the structure of each of these candidates, there is no candidate today that can say he can boast of any structure near what AMBO has. When you talk of the youth, 90% of the youth are with AMBO within our party. When you talk of the women, don't even go to that area. Almost all the women within the party.
People from Ife, federal constituency are already moving with Omisori. That's some of those things that we heard.
There is this slogan we used to call that time when Adeleke was contesting with Onuloyo.
So that's why the Ife people are with him.
Some of the people from Ife are with Omisori.
Yes.
On the basis of Omowani Ejoshi. But I wanted to believe, you see, Senator Mitori happened to be a father to me, somebody that is directly close to me. I have a lot of respect for him. He's a political father. And you see, he's like the umbrella that is shielding everyone.
In the Osun.
Yes, even among the contestants. And I know he knows too that when it comes to the force to reckon with, AMBO is the man of the moment. He's the man with my touch. And why is it like that? AMBO, you said, apart from being the commissioner for finance, when you look into the profile of all the candidates that came out, almost every one of them indicated their interest in running on their own as a result of their own personal interest. But that is not for AMBO.
Some people pushed him.
AMBO not pushed.
Okay.
Some people beckon on him. When we realize the quality is made of, when we realize this is a man that is approachable, we look at his antecedents, we look at his
are they not going to be the ones controlling him? You know, are they not going to be the ones controlling him? Like some people that ask him to go and contest.
When you say you have somebody that is competent, what does it mean? What does it mean for somebody to be competent? He knows. That means such person knows what he's doing.
But you also told us that other people are also competent.
I said we look at their credentials, we look at their profile. You understand? When you look at somebody and refer to him as this guy is competent for this position, that means he has all it takes. And part of what it takes is for you to be someone that can take decision on your feet. Someone that can at least pass through very tough decision without AMBO is humble. You can be loaded and not be needed.
But do you know that
you can carry, you understand, products and people are not ready to buy. When it comes to AMBO as a candidate, he's a man with character. He has that genuine concern for the others.
But you have not answered the question I asked. Okay. And is that is it true that you have all these names? Like you have somebody to be your deputy, the running mate to AMBO is already penciled, the SSG is already there. You already have somebody that will be the chief of staff and all that.
AMBO has cleared the air on that. We happen to know, everyone knows it's just a mere rumor.
It's a rumor.
Yes, it's political.
But we were told that even the AMBO group has zoned deputy governorship to Ijesha land. Where you also come from?
Has he given it to me? Or is he giving it?
No. We heard that you know it has been zoned to Ijesha land. They are rumors.
A rumor. You see, one thing you see in a man, in a leader, when you have a leader that can be a man of his word, please respect such leader. I don't follow people anyhow. In political circle, when you join politics today, the first title they're going to give to you, if you attend a political meeting today, before this time tomorrow, they will give you the first title, and that is the title of honorable. By the time they want to refer to you,
that title,
honorable, you will first of all get that title.
Yes,
and most of the time, these are titles we do not understand too many of what for one to be honorable. That's one. The second title, by the time you've been with the party for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you become a leader. People that are joining before you, leader mean before you know it, you become a leader. You see, in politics, before I used to respect people, but I choose people I can follow. It's not how much you have, the size of your purse, no. It's not in age. You understand? You must have some character. You must have some level of understanding that I believe this can lead me. I'm not ready to follow somebody that I believe. If the father I choose Governor Boyega as my leader, of recent he proved a point to almost everybody within the party and outside the party. What we used to in political setup anywhere in Nigeria is a situation where the moment a party wins an election, all the members of the opposition will start cross-carpeting into the ruling party. But in Osun, Oyetola has proved it that the reverse is the case.
But are you managing those people well? Because we have it that those people that are coming into your party are coming with their own agenda. How are you managing the agenda of those people coming into your party?
Why not?
Because a sitting senator may want a second term, like in Osun Central case. Somebody like Honorable Wole Oke, you can't tell him that I don't know if you are telling him that he's going to retire now, or somebody like Honorable Sanya. Are you telling those? How are you managing those
people benefit of the doubt? Okay. Why not wait for them to come out and say something before we start putting words in their mouth? Wait.
Okay, I hope that one single infrastructural development ongoing. You know, Iwo Osogbo is there. You have stated it on Governor Adeleke, even though it's a federal road. The Ibadan Ife Akure road is also there. The people in the southwest, it has been awarded, but when things are not going, when there is nothing going on, it remains awarded.
Wait. If any state will say such, it's not going to be from Osun State.
Okay, what have we gained as Osun people?
As of today, this even the government loan that we are talking about now, Osun happens to be one of the leading beneficiaries of such loan. The Oscotec, the Union Osun, the Osun Poly, you understand? They happen to be one of the leading states in Nigeria. Go and check the record. But that as it may be, if you even want to now talk of Osun not benefiting from the government of Ajagunla Bola Tinubu, by now we will have been bankrupt.
So our other states.
I'm coming, sir. I'm coming. By now, Osun will have been bankrupt. Okay. Because the only set of people we have in government in Osun today are the people that just know how to bamboozle and waste resources, money. They do not know how to generate these resources. What happens to be our internally generated fund since Oyetola left? That is still the level we are as of today. We cannot tell me now that if not for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a government that cannot generate 10% of what happens to be his expenditure will be that comfortable to have spent 3.1 billion naira to Joket and travel all over the world within 6 months. Will not tell me that if not for the allocations now that are coming, before now we used to have an allocation of an average of 2.5 billion. Presently, we are currently collecting allocation of 11 billion. Are we saying we do not benefit from Asiwaju Ahmed?
Is that the benefit that we are talking about? Like, okay, the presidency also have that money.
I'm just telling you now, these tertiary institutions all over the state, that this current government is brandishing that we are working, we are doing nothing. 4 billion naira is as at the current time now. 4 billion naira is what has been pumped into all these institutions within these financial years. The NHIS, National Insurance, the National Health Insurance Scheme, you understand, also has benefited over 2 billion naira from the federal government. Agriculture, we have
ordinary people, right? Ordinary people, right?
Yes, now. Okay. NHIS
you mean the staff?
People, yes.
That's for federal workers. Okay, for everybody,
for
right?
Everybody, okay. Everything.
Okay.
You understand? The students are benefiting. The Ibadan Akure road that you are talking about. Dual carriage road. You understand? Well planned. You see, by the time this road will come up now, yeah, it's true. It is
more than 2 years of this administration. We are still talking about being approved. You know what the people of Ekiti
over 440 projects are ongoing now in Nigeria. You won't plan it.
Over 440 projects. 440 but the contractors were protesting last week.
Out of it, 2,700 super highways. When you talk of super highway, the standard is not in Africa.
Let me ask you this. Because you're an accountant.
Okay, sir.
You're an accountant and then you have this financial background. Let me ask. The 2024 budget is still under implementation now. We are in November. We are in September of 2025. In fact, the 2025 budget, I'm not sure we have actually covered 10% of the capital project in that 2025 budget. 2024 is still ongoing. What kind of, the financial policy, the fiscal policy is this administration practicing? The administration of Tinubu?
One thing you need to know. In any organization, 2 things are germane. Okay. When an organization of Tinubu inherited a precarious, a seriously wounded, damaged economy.
From your party too?
From Nigeria.
No, from your party.
You can't be our party alone. You see, it has been no. The pile up of this is the same administration. Our party was only 8 years down the line. We had PDP that has done 16 years of nothing. in Nigeria.
We had the biggest economy in Nigeria in 2014. The biggest economy in Africa in 2014.
Biggest economy in Africa. Yeah, I'm coming.
In
when you say biggest economy in Africa, in what sense now?
In every sense. GDP.
In what sense
GDP.
Now? This is a government that met, the Tinubu government that met the debt of this country from 109 now is about 98. He has paid more than $14 billion.
And that's
I'm coming, sir. For the first time in history now, we are having a surplus, a trade surplus of $14.1 billion. You understand? Projects are ongoing almost everywhere. This is a government that has been able to establish 5 additional development corporation. Before now, we used to have NDIC, Niger Delta Development Corporation. Now we have additional 5, and each one of them mobilized with nothing less than 150 billion as a startup capital.
150 billion.
You know what kind of development, you understand, and advancement that will translate into. You understand? And Osun happens to be part of the people that will benefit from. And thank God, even an indigenous of Osun happens to be the MD of the Southwest Development Corporation in person of Dr. Charles Ajagunla, a well-grounded professional, Ranchberg in Iran. But that's by the way. You see, when you're now talking of even what the government in Osun today are brandishing to be their achievement in education line, TED funds are the one responsible for most of the construction going on in our central institution.
So you have not explained the physical policy of having 2024 budget still running till December 2025.
What I was trying to tell you is, when you have a situation that we find ourselves in this kind of country, 2 things are germane: your ability to generate funds and your ability to be prudent when it comes to expenditure management. The 2 are embedded in this present government. Tinubu happens to be a fantastic revenue generator when it comes to the issue of Nigeria. You see, when you have ability to generate enough fund for your activities, almost 75% of your problem is solved. You understand? And thank God we have, in person of Bola Tinubu, the kind of presidency we have today. If not, let's say we are still experiencing the kind of paucity we were experiencing then, during Buhari, during Jonathan Goodluck and Obasanjo time. Also, we have been bankrupt right now. Especially the only thing we have, the only set of people we have here a set of people that know how to waste resources.
So when we have too much, when we generate funds, as you have just said, sorry I bought in. So when we generate funds, as you have just said,
okay,
and we are unable to fund our budget, what does that mean?
Which budget are we not funding?
I've been saying that 2024 budget is still not fully funded till now.
You see,
we are still working on 2024 budget in September 2025. Even the National Assembly has extended it till December 2025.
This is not peculiar to Nigeria. You understand? When you have a budget, at the time you are going to close a budget, there is what we used to call budgetary monitoring. How much, what is the percentage of this budget, you understand, were we able to achieve? I listened to President Tinubu some days ago that said, even our budget, and budget has 2 ways now, both the income and the revenue. I listened to him saying, as at August, we've been able to surpass what happens to be our 2025 budgetary allocation in terms of revenue. That is kudos to him.
Yes.
That is kudos to him. You see, by the time, every other thing is a matter of time. You may be lagging in the area of time, but once you have the resources with which you are going to enjoy and project your life, you are covered.
And so when we are saying that we have these resources, but we are still talking about the expenditure of 2024 budget still not fully implemented.
Excuse me, sir. Are we saying the moment you say you have the resources without planning, without you doing anything, you just start pumping it out? No.
Okay.
You may be lagging in the area of time, but not in the area of what you are going to use to finance your way through in terms of your budgeting provisions. You get what I'm saying now?
Yes.
And what matters most, I told you, is your ability to generate enough funds to sustain your activities, which, according to what I said now, you can give pass mark to this government. And the extension of it, èèyàn lọ sógun, ó lóun pààyàn mẹ́fà, ó délé, ó tẹ ọmọdé mẹ́fà pa, ó jẹ ẹ̀kọ́ mẹ́fà. Bójú ò bá tó togun, ojú tó ti lé. The one we are enjoying in the state of Osun now, that is the lag, that is the opportunity that is being wasted. That is why, as the people of Osun, we need to call ourselves back home and call ourselves to our senses. It's not going to be like this. Other states are using their own resources to develop. Other states are using their own resources, you understand, to construct. Other states are using their own resources to benefit their people. Also, we keep using our own resources, you understand, to waste it on international traveling, to waste it on drinking of wine, to waste it on sitting allowance, 702 million on sitting allowance within 6 months. What are we sitting to decide?
Okay, Dr. Faleye, it has been a very long day with you. But finally, I would like you to face this camera and tell the people of Osun why they should continue to support your party, especially considering the fact that by extension, I mean, President Bola Tinubu, then your candidate. Tell us why you think that the people of Osun should continue to support Tinubu when everybody is clamoring inflation, hunger, and every other thing. In fact, the minimum wage, the workers are already saying they want another minimum wage because the one approved by the president is no more enough.
You know, even at the point of approval of Mr. President, he laid the foundation down that specific period of time will keep reviewing your record.
Yes.
No government in Nigeria has ever done that. At any specific point in time, we are not going to wait until you agitate before we review it. We are going to reform. I've forgotten now. Maybe in every two years. Two years. No government in the whole of Nigeria has ever done that. President Tinubu is someone that is saying what he promised, is doing what he promised he will do. When he was coming, he said he's going to make some tough decisions. He said some of these policies are going to be long time. I'm looking at the future, the unborn generation of this country. That is why you will see somebody that is ready to pay down the exposure, as in the debt of the country. Give us the kind of infrastructural development he is currently doing. I do not know, I cannot confirm. They said the Calabar, the Lagos-Calabar, the Sokoto Badagry road, the Lagos-Calabar has been conceived far way back. But no government has that capacity. No government can dare to try such. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing that. By the special grace of God, before you know what's happening, that road is already ongoing. The rate at which it's going is already going to be a success. You understand? This is government that said my policy is going to be tough at the beginning. You agree with me? Their road wasn't built in a day. He said I'm going to deregulate the FX market. He did that. And initially when he did it, we were buying dollars close to 2,000 per dollar. But gradually, the rate is coming down. He said that I'm not going to be using 1.5 billion monthly to sustain duplicated multiple exchange rates. And he's doing that one. He said I'm going to remove fuel subsidy. He did remove fuel subsidy. And initially when he did, the price of fuel went so much up. But gradually, because I recall we bought fuel at the beginning of that period at around 1,400.
Yes, 200.
1,400 in some places. But as of today, we are buying fuel at 845, 846. If you go to some places in Lagos State as of today, you will buy fuel less than 800. He said, I'm going to allow the forces of supply and demand, you understand, to dictate to us what is going to happen in the deregulated FX market. And this is what we are experiencing. All he said he's going to do, is doing currently. He said he has given us a tax reform that allows states now. We are almost getting to a point where we can say we are getting gradually back to a regional government, where states can now control their resources. That is a pointer to Osun State. The earlier we elect the people that are ready to work and know what to do to sustain their economy on their own. what we used to enjoy in form of VAT allocation before will not exist any longer. Because the more you generate, the more you earn now. What you generate now is going to be the reflection of what is going to come to you. A situation where Governor Adeleke will sit back and they will start throwing VAT money to him from Abuja may not suffice any longer. So we start to supposed to be putting our thinking cap on now.
So that's why you said the people of Osun
should wake up and give us governance. What we have here, we have enough of an individual that doesn't know the weight and responsibility of governance. That trivialize governance with frivolity and distractions. We have somebody that doesn't know what it takes to have empathy for the people of Osun, because you cannot tell me a governor has an empathy for a downtrodden masses in Osun and he will spend 1.6 billion to dine on his table within 6 months. You cannot tell me that. You can't tell me a governor that can use 3.1 billion to go to travel abroad to go and plan his nephew's wedding has an empathy for the youth of Osun that are currently leading in the rate of unemployment in Nigeria.
I think I will have to say that the governor said he went for his or a nephew's wedding with his own private, his family's private jet.
Where is that 3.1 billion now coming?
When that report has been out before the wedding, so we just want to. I just want to clarify that.
You see, the report that has been out. That is the sunk cost. That is the one that is revealed. By the time the next, I'm coming. By the time the next phase of the report will be out, you will be surprised at what we're going to see.
And maybe
it is when you spend the money, after you are spending it, they will reveal it. They will now tell you this is how much you have done. By the time the report of this one will be coming out now, we will all be alive to see it. So I'm telling the people of Osun, the exercise that is currently going on, please take the advantage. Go all out and register if you do not have that card. Empower yourself. Get yourself handy, ready to make a decision that affects you, affects your life, and affects your future. AMBO is the current message. He has indicated he has the capacity to rescue us from this charade of what we are currently having in the state of Osun. And he will need you, he will need me to support him so that we will not continue to be wasting the meager resources that is coming to the state of Osun. Other states are using theirs to develop. We are using ours to dance. Other states are using theirs to build. We are using ours to die. Other states are using their for the projection into the future of their children. We are using her to plan marriages.
Thank you so much.
God bless you,
Dr. Tunde Faleye. It has been a very long session with Dr. Tunde Faleye. Dr. Faleye is a former managing director of Osun Investment Company Limited, OSICO. Is a member of the All Progressives Congress, and you can see that he also belongs to the camp of Bola Oyebamiji. I mean, the governorship aspirant under the party of the APC. So that is all we are going to be having today. Thank you so much for being part of this, even though we are unable to cover another aspect, because I supposed to ask you, why are you frustrating the local government? Why are you holding on to the local government? According to the person I had the last time, he said the crisis we are having at the local government was masterminded and also executed by members of the APC. He even said that the problem is largely on the table of the Attorney General of Federation in cahoots with the Minister of Interior.
You see, it's most unfortunate that an operator under democracy will not know what is called rule of law. An operator under democracy is all about rule of law. The court said this is what's supposed to be.
But they also said there is another court case that is in their own favor. But I would like to ask, if people have been saying that you are opening accounts, where will the money drop? You have been at the council. You said you are at the council just taking pictures.
Wait. There is difference between you allowing state resources, money that's supposed to be meant for development, you understand, to be wasted, than having it kept in a safe custody.
So safe custody when the people are in need of it.
I'm coming, sir. APC will never do anything that is contrary to the provision of the law.
Okay.
What law says, the procedure is supposed to be step by step. We will not say because we are in office now, we want to usurp our way, we want to bamboozle our way into anything. We are doing things according to the provision of the law. And I can assure you, our people who are in the local government, very, very soon, that money will drop for the development of that local government that was meant for.
There have been in local governments
unlike what we have been experiencing in the past.
And they have not been anything, they have not been doing anything.
Because there are procedures. We cannot, it's okay. Not going to be the day we start.
We just believe that you will allow that arm of government, that tier of government to function. Because that tier of government is the closest.
That kind of plead should have got
the closest tier of government to the people. I am from a recording local government.
Yes.
And I know that I'm very close to the chairman of my local government more than I am to the governor of the state. So I can easily,
what operate before now, sir. It's a situation where an average local government will have like 250 million allocated to them. Only for this appointed local government chairman under Adeleke to come and sign the document.
Well, I was during your time.
No.
When Oyetola was in government where the money going to them.
The money as at that time. Projects, local government by local government. Don't forget the fact that the 10 local government road kilometers per road.
That was
Oyetola did the same.
Okay.
Oyetola did the same. Okay. Don't forget that. Oh yes, cadets.
But all these ones were anchored by the states, not by the local government.
The local government were the one paying.
The local government were the one paying directly from their own purse, or they will send money to the states.
You understand? The healthcare center,
332
healthcare centers, refurbished, duly supplied with materials and drugs, unlike what we are experiencing now, where this current government just went to what Oyetola has already done. They repainted the place and put their signboard.
Dr. Faleye,
and they claim to
may have to have this interview some other time.
Honestly,
because we have to dig deep into why the local government is not working. And your party has been accused of being the mastermind and also the executor of, crashing the third tier of government in Osun State. But, you come and explain it when we have the second phase of this interview. That note, I want to say thank you for being part of today's show. I am Jare Tiamiyu. Bye for now.